Hey guys, welcome back to X Plays Half-Life 2. And I ended the last one a little weird because I just got carried away talking about what I was talking about. And if I have a lot to say about something, I tend to do that. And I decided to just stick with it. I know it's a silly way to end the last video, but I really liked how the message came across, so I decided to stick with it. As I was saying in the last video, I really like how the design and the artistic direction of this particular part of Half-Life 2, of Ravenholm, is implemented, because, like I was saying, those switches earlier that are, they're red against a white backdrop in a place that's mostly filled with dark and subdued colors. So they stand out, but only enough to the point where it's like, oh look, that's what I need to do. They don't stand out so much that it's like, hey look, this is the way you solve the puzzle. It's not pushed in your face. And before this, in other parts of the game, there are very obvious clues about how to solve most of the puzzles. And this one, you're left to your own devices, and you don't. And I feel that this is like the first. You just got the gravity gun, and oh look, I tried to cut the wire here to get through this puzzle. I can't figure it out. I'm trying to figure out what's going on. Anyway, because that ladder is electrified, so I can't climb the ladder. I can't seem to. See that thing right there? I see where the electricity is going. I can't seem to destroy that, and I can't seem to break that wooden pole to make the window fall down on top of it to cut it off, so I'm kind of at an impasse here. But anyway, as I was saying, other parts of the game gave you very obvious clues about what you need to do to solve a particular puzzle, and this one leaves you to your own devices. And so now I'm just trying to figure out what I need to be doing here, so I'm just kind of turning valves and flipping switches and seeing if there's anything that becomes obvious as I try and solve the puzzle. Oh yeah, and like I was saying, you just got the gravity gun. And I remember when this game first came out, the gravity gun was like one of the big draws for the game. One of the big I try to use it here to just again, I'm still messing with this window. I'm trying to cut that wire so I can make the flow of electricity stop. But yeah, the gravity gun was one of the big appeals to this game. And now that I've finally gotten it, I feel that they're kind of cutting me loose. Like the tutorial part of the game is over. I've got a number of weapons already. I know how my suit works. The story is progressing nicely. And I have just gotten the gravity gun, which is one of the premier reasons they released the game, and one of the premier reasons it got so much press. And so now I feel that they're finally making it to where you can play the game how you want to play it, and putting more of the control in your hands. Boom. Still don't think I'm making enough use of the gravity gun. I think at this point I'm still too caught up on my guns. There's not a whole lot of ammo in Ravenholm because I'm not fighting things who have guns themselves. And so the way around that is to make better use of the gravity gun. If you notice here, I only have 3 rounds in my first pistol. So I'm using my Magnum whenever I need to make accurate shots. And the ammunition for the Magnum itself is depleting. And if I repeat myself sometimes like that, it's because there's like a big explosion on screen, and I don't know if the explosion drowns out my voice, so these are the kinds of things that I have to watch out for when I'm commentating. It's kind of weird, you don't really think about it whenever you're viewing a video like this, but as a commentator, as a narrator, you have to kind of watch out for loud gunshots, especially when you're doing it the way that I'm doing it. I purposely leave the volume of the game much higher than most people who will do walkthroughs. I mean, not walkthroughs, because this is not a walkthrough, but I purposely leave it. Ooh, look at this guy. One shot wasted. There we go. I'm not doing too well with my ammo here. But yeah, I purposely leave the volume of the game a little bit higher than you would see in most Half-Life 2 playthroughs, or Let's Plays as they're called. Because, like I said, I want you to experience the game as it was intended to be experienced, and I want it to, if you've already played through the game, to either make you want to play it again or give you some nostalgia. Again, 3 rounds in that pistol. So I find myself using this fairly inaccurate assault rifle to try and put a couple of rounds in the... those black ones are weird. I find they have very... I find the black ones have very strange behaviors. That one runs off. And then he doesn't really do anything. I don't know if it's a glitch or if it... I can't believe I missed that shot. I don't know if it's a glitch or if he just doesn't really care that I'm here. I don't know. Ugh, it twitched right there. Either way, it's still creepy. But in the interest of saving ammunition, I decide not to shoot at him. And hey, look. I solved the electrified ladder puzzle. And now to try and get out, again, I try and break through this one little wooden post that I can't break. So I try and sneak by this thing. But then I rethink it, and I figure I'd rather not have that thing come back to bite me in the ass. No pun intended. Or pun intended, actually, maybe. I don't know. There was a pun there, and I don't know if I intended it or not. How about that? But yeah, like I was saying, I try and leave the volume a little louder so that you can experience the game as it was meant to be experienced. See, that thing just doesn't even really care. Like I think those ones, I think the behaviors of those ones are like, as long as you're not in their way, they're not really gonna care about you. See, I was clearly in those ones' way, and they in mine. So yeah, about the volume thing, which I've been trying to talk about for the past 2 minutes. Figure as long as what makes it difficult is that I have to leave it that loud so that you guys can hear the game, but during narration I have to try and time my phrases and how I talk to make sure I'm not talking over a spray of machine gun fire, because then you can't hear what I'm saying. I don't, for ease of use, I try and make considerations like that.
Well done, brother. Make free use of my traps, but take care not to fall in them yourself. Behind you! In Ravenholm, you do well to be vigilant.
Thank you, kind sir. And here, I have no idea where I'm supposed to go. I'm on the roof of some building, and there's no clear path on what I'm supposed to do next. I'm hesitant to go back down there because that's where I just came from, and I'd hate to think that I went through all that trouble solving that puzzle for nothing. And I overextend myself with my sprint there and accidentally fall off, and then I see which way I'm supposed to go. So I quickly make my way back up. I'm looking closely at the timer for the video this time so that I don't end this one with the word oops like I did the last one. Tune in next time.